Bloemborn dairy farmer, braai lover and last year's fastest 400-meter hurdler in the world, LJ Van Zyl, fired an Olympic warning shot 4 years ago, and this year he looks like hitting the bullseye.
LJ, how you doing?
Good morning, Simba. Welcome to my second home.
Oh, it's your second home, eh?
Yes, this is where I spend most of my time if I'm not sleeping.
Watching you run now, you're like a freight train. It's giving me memories of the 2008 Olympics.
At the Beijing Olympic Games, I got 5th. I didn't really make it. I got missed out of the medals. But this year's London Olympic Games, I'm definitely better prepared. If you look at last year's times, I got the 4 fastest times in the world at the 400-meter hurdles.
Van Zyl on the outside. Myberg is beaten, and Van Zyl wins. A South African 1-2 on a games record.
You know, when I watch the hurdles at home, I always imagine it to be you just jumping. But I'm sure there must be a lot of technique to it.
There's not a correct technique and a right technique. The key is just to go over the hurdle as fast as possible.
Okay.
With your trail leg. If you put it on the hurdle.
Okay, so my dominant leg, my left.
It's not necessary for the leg to be straightened.
Okay.
Make it a little bit of a bend. So if you come down on your hurdle, it's not, then you don't jump down. It must be a slight bend. And then bring it as fast as possible down after the hurdle and start running again.
Sounds simple enough. You know, let's do all of them, eh?
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. You know, running flat is so much easier than hurdles.
You did well for the first time.
Thanks, man.
Even here in Pretoria, far from his Maltino farm in the Eastern Cape, when LJ's not hurdling, he's thinking about his dairy cows. The wild card came when he met road running champ in the Olympics marathon qualifier, Vet van Blerk, soon to be Van Zyl.
The two of you are like a match made in heaven. Both of you are athletes. Did you meet on the track?
We actually met in Bloemfontein, and our meeting is also in Bloemfontein.
But we met on the track in Bloemfontein.
Yeah, it was SA Juniors in 2004, and she couldn't stop looking at me.
No, I was stretching, he couldn't stop looking at me.
The two of you have so much in common. It's farming and athletics.
We came about from the same background, a farming background, and I think one of the aspects that make our relationship work, Vet is also a professional athlete. She knows what it takes to be a professional athlete, to live the Olympic dream, and that was important for me from the beginning.
So in this case, it's not a case of opposites attract.
I just understand how much hours you put in to accomplish a dream, and it's really hard work and dedication and commitment that you need to have. And I think me as an athlete understand that better than I think other girls, and that's what makes us a good combination, I think.
LJ, I believe you learned to run on the farm. Were you running after chickens or something?
I actually started running, I put out feeding buckets for the animals. And I jumped over it. I watched the 92 Olympic Games in Barcelona, and I also wanted to be a hurdle athlete. That is where my passion started, and I always wanted to be the fastest on the farm and the fastest in the small town. And then I went to high school, and then from then on it went just on and on.
That's all warm. But the thing is, both my parents are farmers, but I don't know how to do this at all. So what's the trick when it comes to milking the cow?
I think the key is you don't have to squeeze it too hard. You just need to find a good rhythm and don't miss the bucket.
You know, this is the weirdest thing. You got all this cream all over your hands, right? And then you're worried about the cow kicking you in the face. Hey, there we go. I'm getting the hang of this. I could become a farm boy, eh? Oh no. I've never seen someone who loves cows as much as you. When you got the new SA record of 47.66 for the hurdles, you went and bought more cows.
Yes, with my bonus money from last year, I brought also cows, but not milk cows, but I bought meat cows.
How many? Enough for me to pay the bola?
It's more than enough, I think.
Here at their Pretoria home, it might seem odd for dairy farmers to sleep 10 to 12 hours a day, yet that's what's demanded of professional athletes. Now he's a beef farmer too. An invitation to one of his and Vet's regular weekend braais is a steak lover's prize. Their other special offering is a cup of Ceylon or rooibos with that farm fresh milk.
Nothing like some freshly squeezed. What cow is this again?
It's Friesland cows. Hollenstein Friesland is the cow's name.
Hollenstein Friesland cow in the morning. I can see you're passionate about your cars, you're passionate about your running, you're also passionate about Yvette. How's the proposal?
Yes, we got engaged December. For a proposal, I did something special here at home.
He made up the whole house with rose petals and candlelight, and was quite romantic. I came back from a run and then he told me how he loved me, and I thought it was a bit awkward because I didn't know what to expect, and then he went down on both knees and yes, so he proposed and I said of course yes.
Well, I didn't know you were that romantic. I mean, 2 knees. So I take it it's the Olympics and then a wedding.
We planned it that way because we don't want to change our priorities. Athletics for now will still be my number 1. I hope it's okay with you. And Yvette will stick to number 2 for now, and maybe later on for change.
Having just defended her SA 10-kilometer title in Kimberley, Yvette's looking pretty good for that Olympic marathon. While LJ's plan is that in 5 years, he'll be a successfully retired athlete, having competed in London and hopefully at the Brazil Games as well, with some precious metal to show for it.